Octopath Traveler is rated T for teen by the ESRB.
Time for the main event. I am ready.
I'm sorry, what? Uh... Did the battle just start over?
Well then. Allow me to have a look.
Now, what next? So much to
I
learn.
think the battle did start over.
I am ready.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
What is the logical course of action?
Well then.
Take this!
I am ready. You like that?
Here I go!
This is very strange.
Elfric, bringer of the flame!
What? My focus is unparalleled!
But I guess we're gonna just see where this goes. I'm doing super damage. Wow, that's more damage than I've ever done in a single round with that ability.
What's this? No good.
Okay, so he's silenced all of us. What I need is to unsilence all of us. Starting with Cyrus. Let's see. Sleeping, blindness, silence.
Stay strong.
Okay, so that was the arrow. It did nothing in this round. The merchant
turn.
retreated. With my scholar ability, let's analyze.
Have a look.
The sword. That's actually useful with Therian. Thunder. Okay, he's weak to lightning now. Find the sword. There it is.
No good.
Okay. Let's summon my dude back.
An interesting dilemma.
Scholar skill, Blizzard.
Well then.
And fire. Okay. Yes, that's probably best that Noelle flees from us. Boiling blood and an attack.
No good.
Okay. Let's get
Stay strong.
very and all good. Fire.
Great inferno to scorch the land.
I need to unsilence me.
I'll take this.
Well then.
And let's do another fire blast.
No good. Watch me now.
Wow, that's pretty powerful dagger. Probably because he's broken. Let's do hired help, veteran soldiers.
Someone else
Who? This guy's actually really weak. Firestorm. And Ophelia.
I'll not be defeated.
Let's use a large windstone.
This!
So this should change his stance.
No good.
So no, he's probably more weak to the elements now. Wind. I don't think we've seen him weak to light yet. No.
I'll do my best.
Okay, Scholar. We haven't seen him weak to ice yet, so there's this opportunity.
What's this now? How about this?
I need Primrose out of silence.
I am ready.
And with the power of Seal Tige on
With the
Ophelia.
grace of Seal Tige.
The bow. Perfect. Okay. Now it's gonna be silence comes.
What's this now?
Item. Let's do the refreshing jam
How
and
about this?
that. Give yourself to darkness. This will be good. Just have to find silence. Let's unsilence Cyrus. Because he's going to be useful in the next round.
Prepare yourself.
Cleric. I need Reflective Veil.
I will reflect your barbs.
Clamor on
I'll
himself.
take this.
Okay.
I am ready.
Ooh. What an interesting move he's attempted to play.
An interesting dilemma.
Blizzard.
Tempest of ice shall rage.
Any sort of... Yes. And that's a physical attack. Okay, Blizzard.
I am ready.
Holy Light. There we go.
The show is over.
With that, we finished him.
Bravo. Oh, bravo. I have seen the full depths of your heart. It was more beautiful than I could have ever imagined. And now, for our climax. Come, Primrose, and plunge your precious dagger into my breast. Every show must come to an end, Primrose. It is time to lower the curtain. And when the moon waxes full and bright in dark heaven, and stars glitter worlds away from earthly sorrow, would that sleep hold you in her soft embrace? Then shall my eyes close, lips open in prayer, for it is only in dreams that we may meet again.
Goodbye, Simeon.
Yes, Umber!
My answer is yes. I am so happy, my love. My heart is free of all doubts. Let us never part again. Never again. So now we get the true credits. This is why I chose to do Primrose's story last, because Primrose is my main character. You only get this credit reel when you do your main character's final act. And what you're seeing in the background are all the key moments from our adventure. All the journeys that we did. And when I completed Hannah's story in my personal time, she was the main character at the time. So it was only up to the third chapter of everyone's story. So I'm curious if in this instance it will show the final chapters of everyone's story during the credits. It took us 3 years to beat this game, and it's not without its cons. Like, this game is long. There's still actually a few things after the credits that I want to show off in my attempt of showing all there is about this game. There are secret jobs you could obtain, as we had seen back in episode 78, I believe, when I attempted to go to the Sorcerer's Cave and failed miserably. Then there's some more side quests I want to show off. I want to complete these red stars that we're finding in the final towns, which when I first was doing side quests, there was no mention of side quests in the last town, so that's weird. And then there's actually one final side quest, one that is different in all aspects. Because that final side quest is actually an overarching story that covered everyone's tales. I also want to talk about the story in general in a future episode, talk about how all these characters are tied together, because in the last chapters we got 3 characters tied together, which was Therion, Cyrus, and Ulbrich, and that all tied to the Gate of Finis. The Dragonstones Therion was collecting, the reason Hornburg fell, and from the far reaches of hell, all were in reference and direct progression to this overall story. But you don't get to actually complete the overall story as part of your main quest, as we had dealt with. There's more to it. And that's what I'm hoping to showcase next. So in the meantime, I'm going to let the credits roll. The music is beautiful. And enjoy this little slideshow presentation. Hey, Evan. Bye, Evan. I'll see you tonight. Okay, actually, let's talk about some other things. Would I recommend this game for casual players? Absolutely. If you're looking for a great RPG game, this is one that I highly recommend. It's unconventional in that you have different character classes. You don't get to choose your stats when you level up, but you do get to choose your weapons and your abilities and your secondary abilities. You get to choose any of your skills. Your skills in any order you want. So if you wanted to have strong magical abilities from your magic caster, you could get your double spell casting first. Or you could get your analyze abilities so that you can see your enemy's weaknesses first. You could turn your scholar character into a physical fighter by giving him a hunter or warrior class subclass. Every character has their own unique abilities, and the way that I chose to go with my characters, I feel was best for my group. There is one regret that I wish I had, and that was stability on my fourth, or maybe a little less stability in my teams. I chose to always have Cyrus because he was a powerful mage. I chose to always have Therion because in almost every dungeon there's a purple chest to open. And Primrose you cannot change out until you've completed their Chapter 4 story. Which meant that the fourth character slot was the only slot available to swap around for the other storylines. I didn't really get to work with a fourth character that could be strong. In fact, they're almost 20 levels below my main cast. I think that's Dyrezz, so I think we are seeing the last chapters of all these extra characters. That was the Beast, Red Eye. Also, it should be noted, Red Eye is also involved in the overarching story. There's a lot to talk about. Ophelia, her story was in direct storytelling to the story of the Gate of Finis. Here's Cyrus, and I think her name was Lucia. I think the only actually, that's not even true. Technically, elements of Tressa's story was also in direct association to the Gate of Finis. Again, I'll be going over all this in a future episode to explain how all the characters are tied together, because it's rather important to know how they're all tied together. And here we are. The picture is going to be of the last battle. I'm so glad that it was Primrose who got the last hit in on her enemy. And here we are. Octopath Traveler.
Father. At long last, I can face you again. I did as you always taught me, Father. I found a cause I could truly believe in, and I kept my faith. Since the day that you were taken from me, I swore I would avenge you. And avenge you I did. And yet, even now that my long journey has ended, and I have done all that I set out to do, why? Why does my heart still ache with this hollow pain? What am I supposed to believe in now? What cause will carry me on from here? But this is something I must find for myself. And until I do, I will keep dancing.
And here we are, the final photo and page. Primrose's story has finally come to its long-awaited conclusion. We started all the way in the Sunlands, traveled to the snowy north to still snow, traveled to the flatlands of Noblecourt, where we found out that's where she grew up and is in fact noble blood. And then down south to Everhold, where she could finally enact her final revenge, avenging her father, and finding peace. You have completed this traveler's tale. You can now freely remove them from your party. So before we end the episode,
Hello.
may not look like it, but I was once in charge company of mercenaries. Oh, that requires challenging. If we go here to change party, now Primrose can be swapped out for any of the characters. Before she was locked into place, which could cause problems, but now she's not. And now we have a major level gap in all my characters. But that's going to be for a discussion for another time. For now, that's going to be it of Octopath Traveler. The next time we reconvene, we will be traveling up here to the Shrine of the Archmagus. Once again, we are going to go through it, this time carefully, because now we're at a strong enough level to face off with the Archmagus. There's also 3 other shrines that we're going to be visiting in the Southern Riverlands, in the Highlands, and in the Flatlands. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of Octopath Traveler. If you liked what you saw, please leave a comment in the comment section below, mash that like button, and subscribe if you have not for more Octopath Traveler content. I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye guys.